Welcome to This Explainer. Look, we're just going to dive right in today. We are unpacking the hard biological science behind wealth creation. We're not talking about fluffy motivational theories or, basic budgeting tips here. We're looking directly at how the thoughts you think literally physically alter the biological structure of your brain. And no, sorry to break it to you, but just imagining a Ferrari isn't going to magically make one appear in your driveway. But it will start to change your neural pathways. So get comfortable. We are about to explore exactly how wealth actually changes your brain structure and how you can trigger that very same physical transformation yourself. So you're probably wondering, can your thoughts really physically change your brain structure? The answer, backed by massive scientific studies, is a resounding absolutely. Researchers have scanned literally thousands of brains, and they've proven that wealthy individuals and struggling individuals possess completely different biological brain structures. In fact, when struggling people intentionally altered their thought patterns during these experiments, their physical brain chemistry actually shifted. They literally began moving toward wealth. Turns out, getting rich is an inside job, like biologically speaking. So, here's our roadmap for this explainer. Scientists have nailed down 4 exact pillars that biologically transform your brain for wealth. First, patience rewiring the brain. Second, spotting hidden wealth opportunities. Third, the daily learning habit. And fourth, overcoming the brain's fear center. Let's just jump right into that first. Pillar 1, patience rewires the brain. To really get this, we've got to travel back to a legendary 1972 Stanford University experiment involving 4-year-olds and a single marshmallow. You might have heard of this one. The researcher told the kids, look, if you don't eat this marshmallow for 15 minutes, I'll give you 2. Fast forward 40 years later, the 30% who resisted instant gratification, the kids who actually waited for that second marshmallow, ended up with better grades, better jobs, and much higher incomes. But here's the biological secret, the real so what of it all. Brain scanners revealed that the self-control regions of those specific brains were physically stronger and denser. Long-term patients literally built a wealthier, stronger brain structure. And this perfectly illustrates how top performers think. Just look at this quote from Jeff Bezos. Before making a massive decision, he simply asks himself, will I regret taking or not taking this decision when I am 80 years old? Think about it. Back in 1994, he was making $1 to $2 million a year at a hedge fund. The instant gratification move? Stay for the easy money. The long-term delayed gratification move was starting Amazon in his garage. When you consistently resist that instant gratification, like say avoiding a quick high-interest loan just because you want cash right now, or staying in a miserable job just for the immediate comfort, you're actually firing and wiring new neural connections. You are literally rewiring your mind for wealth. All right, let's move right into Pillar 2, spotting hidden wealth opportunities. This is where things get truly fascinating, based on a 2019 Harvard Business School study. Harvard researchers basically put wealthy and struggling individuals into identical rooms, and they filled these rooms with hidden money-making opportunities. We're talking bulletin boards asking for freelancers, books on wealth creation, things like that. The results were completely stark. Over 70% of the wealthy participants spotted 2 or more opportunities, while only 18% of the struggling group spotted even 1. Why the massive gap? Well, brain scans revealed that the opportunity detective region of the wealthy brains was lit up like a Christmas tree while it was practically asleep in the struggling group. And that highly active opportunity detecting brain translates directly into reality. Look at this. A massive 85% of millionaires have 3 or more streams of income. But here is the real secret. They don't do it all at once. They master one predictable income stream, get it totally stable, and only then do their hyperactive brains start scanning the horizon for the next logical opportunity. Tracking Jeff Bezos' expansion of Amazon reveals exactly how this works in practice. He didn't launch an everything store on day 1, right? He mastered one predictable thing, books, in 1994. Once that engine was humming, his brain spotted the next opportunity, music and DVDs, in 1998. Then he moved to cloud services with AWS in 2002, which, by the way, now brings in 70% of Amazon's profit. Then Prime in 2005. The guy built one predictable income stream at a time. Trying to do 10 things at once just totally overwhelms your brain. Mastering one thing keeps your opportunity detective brain sharp, focused, and actually sustainable. Okay, let's transition over to Pillar 3, the daily learning habit. This centers on a massive 5-year study by financial planner Thomas Corley. He wanted to understand the brains of his richest clients, so he tracked their daily habits. Look at this data. A massive 90% of wealthy individuals committed to 30-plus minutes of targeted learning every single day.
Compare that to the struggling group, where 95% defaulted to pure entertainment, like just zoning out to TV or movies. This isn't just some time management hack, it's hardcore biology. Meaningful learning physically builds the new neural pathways that are required to spot wealth. It's a biological trigger that you, sitting there right now, have complete control over.
To really bring this down to earth, let's look at a hyper-relatable scenario from the recent lockdowns. Two guys, Rahul and Ankur, both lose their jobs. Rahul chooses pure entertainment. He binges Netflix, blames the market, and ultimately stays unemployed. Ankur, on the other hand, chooses targeted learning. He uses the exact same internet connection, the exact same resources, to learn video editing. Fast forward 9 months, and Ankur is pulling in 150,000 rupees a month editing videos for clients. Same exact resources, entirely different choices. Choosing targeted learning over mindless entertainment completely alters your biological brain structure and ultimately your financial destiny. Now we arrive at our final pillar, overcoming the brain's fear center. This one is absolutely fascinating, based on a massive 2017 study by the London School of Economics of 10,000 people. The LSE researchers basically asked these people one simple question: why are you where you are financially? The struggling respondents immediately pointed fingers. They blamed the economy, the government, their families. The wealthy respondents, they said things like, I made the right decisions, I took responsibility. But here is where the hard science kicks in. Brain scans show that the struggling people who acted like victims had a highly overactive amygdala. That's your brain's fear and blame center. Meanwhile, the wealthy individuals who took ownership, they had a fully engaged prefrontal cortex, basically the brain's CEO. Taking absolute ownership physically calms your fear center and literally turns on your brain's executive decision maker. So how do you actually apply this today? Well, you can literally calm your amygdala and activate your prefrontal cortex by doing a 30-day excuse flipping challenge. It's super simple. Write down your top 5 financial excuses. Then flip them. If your go-to excuse is, I have no money, your flip becomes, I'll start a zero investment business. Or if it's, I have no skills, flip it to, I'll learn for free on YouTube. Doing this daily physically rewires your brain out of a victim state and straight into an ownership state. All right, action steps for brain rewiring. Let's synthesize everything we've just covered into a clear roadmap you can start using the second this explainer ends. Here is your master summary. Step 1, think long-term to build up those self-control regions. Step 2, build one predictable income stream, truly master it, and only then let your brain spot the next opportunity. Step 3, commit to 30 minutes of targeted, meaningful learning every single day. And step 4, take full financial ownership to activate your brain's CEO and quiet that fear center. Because of neuroplasticity, your brain is entirely moldable. By adopting these 4 habits, you aren't just changing your daily routine, you are literally changing your brain chemistry. So I want to leave you with this one question. Are you ready to flip your excuses and take absolute ownership of your financial future today? The science proves that wealth isn't just about luck or being born into some exclusive club. It's literally about biology. And the best part? You hold the absolute power to completely change yours. I really hope this explainer sparked some curiosity and gave you some real, tangible tools to improve yourself. Go out there and start rewiring. I'll catch you in the next one.